Alright guys, just waiting for Sam at the moment. Gonna see Sonic today, you know, just no big deal. Nothing, here he is. Here's Sam. What the fuck?
Get in, loser. We're going Sonic.
How do I lock my car? Alright, should we just get there really fast? This is the most pathetic run I've ever seen.
Dressing up as Sonic and declined.
Okay, just got back from the Sonic movie, letting you know on my channel I'll also be doing a review on Sam Astor, link in the description and top comment. Love to see you there. So what do you think of Sonic? Sonic, I guess. I knew it would be a meme, I knew it would suck. That was disappointing. Or is it one of the best movies I've ever seen?
It's actually one of the best video game adaptations ever, not even joking. Guys, hello and welcome. We walked into this movie expecting like serious meh territory. Like I was ready for a 5 out of 10 experience.
I walked in the movie looking like this.
It did.
Okay, I'm
actual
getting
footage.
weird looks from people and kids coming up wanting to actually say hi. You were in the bathroom at that time.
Oh, really?
It happened. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
This old person walked up and was like, hi. I'm like, oh, hi. Hi,
What do you want, kid?
I'm one of those guys that
Sonic's on a
dresses
break
up.
right now.
Yeah.
So okay, listen.
Anyway, very good.
The movie. I posted on Twitter that this is fantastic. This is actually a really great film. No one believes me. I have to post like 6 times on Twitter saying it's actually good. I'm not trolling. Everyone's like doing that squint gif where all the characters come in squinting, fry, and it's actually a really good film.
And if anyone said that to me on Twitter, I'd be like, this guy's fucking memeing.
Totally.
When I walked in, I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna, this is good content because it's gonna suck, But, do you know what I mean? But it was
from the very
so spot on.
From the very get-go, I think it starts with the whole rendition of where Sonic was from, and you see like the island that he's on with the rolling hills and the loop-de-loops and all that sort of stuff. You see him running around, and you're like, yes, this is great. It's just perfect homage to him, and then it explains how he ended up on Earth.
Sure.
And then you start meeting the
cast.
dude, Cyclops.
Of course.
Cyclops.
Yes.
I really liked, by the way.
He did a fantastic job.
Great job.
I think that, reading that script, I would have been like, shit, Hadley, what the hell is this thing gonna be? It would have been a bit of a risky move for him. I think it was a really good move. He was very comedically, it worked for him.
He was, yep.
He bounced very well off Sonic.
Yep.
Where do we start though? Let's just start with Sonic. I think Sonic had a huge problem on his hand because he became a giant meme. It was like, no one was going to take this movie seriously.
Yes.
Sonic was played perfectly, I think.
Yep.
When you put an animation character into the real world, there's only so many ways you can do it, and they did it in a perfect way. He was funny, he was spot on with his jokes. The way that he kind of played with himself in that doesn't sound right.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Himself in multiple scenes because he's so fast. It just worked.
Yeah, totally. Because I think obviously his sort of comedic quality with his jokes, his general heart as well. He was a likable little character. You wanted to give him a hug, and you're like, yeah, we're pals. And also when he got going as Sonic, the action in this movie was actually a highlight. I couldn't believe it when he got going and he was doing a Sonic thing with the blue electricity and gotta go fast and all that stuff. There was one scene where time kind of slows down. But that scene in X-Men First Class or whatever, God, that's a great scene, by the way. And this one is very good as well. Like, it just knew how to use Sonic's powers and speed in a really interesting way in terms of cinematography, and also the action was really, really, really solid. So
The action
I was stunned by that.
Absolutely top notch, and I think that you know, regardless of what character you're playing, whatever, you've got a big job on your hands when you're against Jim Carrey. Let's face it. Anything Jim Carrey is in, man, that's going to be a hard task to.
What a legend.
You know, for him not to steal the show. And Sonic actually did a very good job of holding its own. I really think that was going to be a giant, giant task. And I was walking in going, this is going to be Jim Carrey's movie. Sonic's going to be some shitty meme. But really, he was really, really well delivered. And then Jim Carrey, my God.
So good. He played Dr. Robotnik, he played Eggman. He's so good at it. Like, he just owns the role, like, just without any barriers. There's this fantastic dance sequence in it, which we won't spoil for you, but it's just so great to watch. It's just like he's sinking into this role, and he's loving every minute of it. You know what I mean? And because obviously he just has such a weird, quirky kind of character naturally. To see that come through that character in Dr. Robotnik was just perfect.
Every single scene, he just nailed. Like, it was just... Jim Carrey is good in everything, and his timing is always so amazing. But with this one, I'm like, oh my God, yes.
It's no liar, liar.
I actually would say it is.
I
would say it is.
No.
The way that he played this character, I'm like, no one else now. No one else could play Dr. Robotnik like. Honestly, it was fucking amazing. It was so well done. Lila is one of his best movies. Let's face it. But this now, for me, man, he did it so well. I wouldn't want anyone else to play this.
I think as well, just from an actual plot perspective, I think a lot of these movies can kind of just get lost in MacGuffins and bullshit, and they kind of meander around. This one had a really clear plot with very clear reasons for why things were happening, very clear arcs for all the characters that were really well resolved. I was really engaged in the plot. Like, I was paying attention the whole time, and I was like, well, what's going to happen next? Again, that's big. And it was so funny.
It was very funny.
The Sonic meme is in this movie.
I know, yes.
And I can't spoil it, but it, like, at that moment when I heard the Sonic meme and the way they did it, I'm like, these guys get it. These guys know Sonic. They know the internet. They know how to write. This is it. And I was on board in that moment because that meme was just so good.
You're right. I mean, when we both like cackled when that happened because it was like, oh, these writers are like, they get it. They get comedic culture. They get what this movie should be.
For sure.
And that was only like, 10 minutes in. So very early on, I was like, cool, this is in safe hands.
So funny.
And there was no point where I was like, okay, this has let me down in any way, shape, or form. I was like, okay, what didn't I like about this? Nothing.
It's really not okay. Like, obviously, this isn't like the perfect movie.
It's the perfect Sonic movie.
It's the perfect Sonic movie.
Yeah,
like, if you were to make a Sonic movie, I really couldn't suggest making any changes to this to make it a better Sonic movie. It is obviously aimed at kids, or I wouldn't even say that. I think it's very accessible for kids. We had some kids in the audience, and they were like,
laughing.
It's Sonic, and you're like, oh, that's cute.
They were laughing at the stuff that isn't funny. Do you know what I mean? Like, all good children's films are always for adults. If you look at any great stuff like Shrek or Toy Story or whatever, there's always little jokes here and there that only the adults get.
Sure.
And that always is just better because it naturally means it's going to be layered in a more mature way. Yet, presented that kids can like it.
Totally. It's accessible to children. You can tell they were loving it. We loved it as adults. Semi-adults.
Kind of adults.
And also, you don't need to be a Sonic fan to enjoy it either. Like, you can just walk in there with no knowledge other than he's a little blue hedgehog, and the whole thing takes care of itself.
Yeah.
It explains the whole roots of it, whatever else. There's Easter eggs in there that you'll notice if you're a fan. You won't if you're not, but that's okay.
Yeah.
The movie isn't built on, like, little winks and, like, hey, remember that Sonic thing that you know about and the other people don't? That's the movie. Like, no, it's not that.
There's actually a lot of depth too, I think, in some scenes. Like, in terms of, like, you actually see that Sonic isn't just like, hey, let's make jokes and just run around all the time. Like, you feel like he's an actual little person and you care about him by the end of it, like...
There are no critics scores on Rotten Tomatoes at the time of recording.
But this will get a bad critic score, probably.
Yeah, probably.
And then the user score will love it.
Honestly, I expect this will do very well in terms of critic score. I think this is a great, great movie. No one will believe... Everyone's, I'm sure, waiting still at this moment in this review for us to break character and be like, oh, we're just fucking with you guys. It was garbage. But it's not. It's a really good film. I honestly believe that Mortal Kombat is the greatest video game adaptation of all time.
And Street Fighter, come on now. Come on.
And I feel like Sonic is up there now. It's
I would
either
say-
the best or it's the second best.
Mortal Kombat is good for like its horrific acting and like everyone just
So
loves it,
good.
right?
And the soundtrack.
Everything, right? Now that's kind of good because it tried, you know,
It's
that kind of
so
thing, you
tried.
know. This is good because it actually pulls off the first movie I've ever seen in terms of a video game adaptation into a movie where
Yeah.
I'm like, that works.
It totally
And
works.
I want a sequel, and I feel like there will be a sequel.
Oh yeah, there is a stay to the end of the credits. Stay to the end of the credits, by the way.
Yeah, wait till I can't read. Yeah, deep into the credits. Don't leave yet. So that is definitely.
It really makes me want to play a Sonic game as
Yeah.
well. I really wish they made some like 2D side scroller adaptation of the movie because I would love to do what Sonic was doing, but in a it really worked in my. Oh, and the very beginning when the Sega logo comes up, there's a beautiful
nostalgia.
orchestral rendition of the
Sega.
Oh, it's so good, and you just
You
like
could just hear it
you're just like,
piercing through.
It's so, guys, go and see
Yeah, go
Sonic.
see it.
It's such a great movie. It's so awesome to be able to report that. Not what I expected at all. Go and check it out. Take your kids if you've got them. Go with someone else. You'll laugh. You'll be impressed. It's just go. Go fast.
Go
to
fast.
See Sonic.
I gotta go, guys. See you later.
Wow, that was awful.
That was pretty fast.